Oh yeah, we're kicking off this peanut celebration with the dining plan. Now we will be eating at 3 different restaurants and be trying 6 different foods. Now the first food item up on today's dining plan is probably the most interesting food item that you can get here at Peanut Celebration this year. Now you can get this at Sutters, and we're about to snag this, the chocolate, bacon, and jam cheeseburger. Now if you do not have the dining plan, it is going to be $18.50 plus tax. This is the chocolate, bacon, and jam cheeseburger. Now it is on a brioche bun. Let's lift it up. You can see that it is smothered with jam, and then there is the chocolate bacon. Now since the hamburger is hot, the chocolate has already melted. And now let me cut it in half. Last year, Sutters had a peanut butter and jelly cheeseburger that was pretty good. So let's see what this one's all about. Interesting. For some reason right now, my mental processing system cannot process this cheeseburger right now. It's all jibber jabber. Mental error. Mental error. I need to take one more bite to fully process this cheeseburger. Mental malfunction. Mental malfunction. Now, it wasn't bad, nor was it good. It just kind of is, dude. It's in its own category. First off, the brioche bun is nice and soft. I do like the sweetness from the jelly, but the chocolate bacon, you really don't taste the chocolate because there is so much jam. It's a sweet on sweet kind of cheeseburger. I mean, it was okay. Would I get it again? I don't think I would get this cheeseburger again. For me, this cheeseburger was a miss. I'm gonna go ahead and give this cheeseburger a 4 out of 10. Now, this dish might work for you. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Our next food location brings us here to the Boardwalk Pier area, where we will be eating here at Koshers Drive-In. Now, the 2 items that you can grab here on the dining plan is going to be the Cubano Panini Burger and the avocado and shrimp and citrus salad. Now, if you do not have the dining plan, it's going to be $18.50 plus tax for the Cubano Burger and $16 plus tax for the avocado and shrimp citrus salad. Now, these 2 foods, folks, look very promising. We possibly might be looking at the 2 best food items at this year's Peanut Celebration. The one on the left is the avocado and shrimp salad. As you can see, there's a lot of shrimp. You have avocado, onions, and some mandarin oranges. The one on the right is the one I'm looking forward to, and that is the Cubano Burger Slider. Now, it is on a ciabatta bread. You can see all that pork and the smoked ham there, and at the very bottom underneath of the burger, you're gonna find pickles and some pickled onions.
So I'm going to try the avocado, shrimp, and citrus salad. They did give you 4 choices of dressing: the classic ranch, Italian vinaigrette. I don't remember the 4th choice. But, so let's go ahead and dig into the salad. They do have the mandarin orange, the shrimp, avocado, and the lettuce. So let's give it a try. I chose not to put any salad dressing, so I'm just eating it as is. The orange was very sweet. The shrimp was cooked very well. The avocado was yummy. I would rate this salad a 8 out of 10. Someone else might want to have dressing, but I liked it as it is.
And would you recommend somebody getting this on their dining plan when they're visiting this year's Peanut Celebration?
I would give it a try, yes.
Thanks for that review, Mom. And now, it's time for this bad boy right here. You can't get better than this, man. It's a Cubano fused with a hamburger? What? Without further ado. The Cubano slider wasn't that bad, but the downside of it itself for me is going to be the pickled onions, man. I really think this would have been a lot better with maybe some sauteed onions rather than the pickled ones. The pickled onions were just like really overpowering. I mean, outside of the onions, this dish was pretty good. I did like the pulled pork. Now, the pulled pork was more of a shaved or chip style cut to it. It did have a nice smoky flavor to it. You did get this nice barbecue tang to it. You did get a little saltiness from the ham, and the hamburger itself was cooked pretty good. Now, this really didn't remind me of a Cubano itself. It did have Cubano-esque flavors in it. I just really did not like the pickled onions. Outside of that, this was pretty good, but because of the pickled onions, this right here for me is going to get a 6 out of 10. If you do decide to get this, go ahead and let them know just to put the pickled onions on the side. Well, I mean, unless you do like pickled onions. Before we hit up our last spot to eat, let's check out this year's Peanut Celebrations merchandise. Here at the Gold Trails Hotel is one spot where you're going to be able to find Peanut Celebration merchandise. Now, it is not a huge selection, but here is the 2023 merchandise. This is going to be the front of the shirt. Now, the kid shirt is going to be $19.99, and the adult shirt is going to be $22.99, and this is going to be the back of the shirt. I love how festive the shirt is. They're taking a big portion of the back, and you do also have this 2023 celebration cup, which I like, and I'm definitely loving the 2023 Peanut Celebration hat, which you can get for $24.99, and this is awesome right here. If you do buy any of the 2023 Peanut Celebration t-shirt, it does come with a free event pin. Now for our last 3 food items of the day. Our first restaurant that we did want to go to was Boardwalk Barbecue, but just a heads up, if you do come to Knott's Berry Farm Monday through Thursdays, it does close at 4 o'clock because we are currently in the off season, which surprised me because last year and prior years, Knott's Berry Farm only had Peanut Celebration on the weekends. I'm glad that they have it all week long because I usually work on the weekends. So our second restaurant option, we're taking a blast to the past through the Roaring 20s, and we're headed to Prop Shop Pizzeria. We're gonna go ahead and snag all 3 food items here. You get to get the spicy sausage and bolognese rigatoni, a Mexican street corn and bacon pizza, and the carnita pineapple bacon and jalapeno pizza with cilantro. Now all 3 of these are gonna be $16 plus tax if you do not have the dining plan. So before we check out, man, I have been drinking these Ahas at work, and let me tell you, man, these sparkling waters are pretty good. The blueberry pomegranate is probably my favorite. So honestly, folks, at first look, all 3 of these items look really good. Look at the portion size of the rigatoni. Now, this is the carnita pineapple jalapeno cilantro pizza. That's a lot of words for a pizza. And this is the Mexican street corn. You know what? This one looks the best out of all 3 of them. So I say, let's go ahead and do this one first. Now see, this is one thing that I've always appreciated about Knott's Berry Farm is the portion size. Let's get some of the sausage, some of the sauce, some noodles. The spicy sausage rigatoni is actually pretty good, dude. Now the spice factor on this, I'm gonna say is more of a 4 out of 10. It's more on the mild side when we're talking about heat. The noodles were cooked perfect. Loved the meat sauce. The meat sauce was nice and robust. You can really taste the herbs and spices in it. This dish right here for me is gonna get an easy 7 out of 10. Now it's time to try the pizzas, but which one should you try first, the carnitas or the Mexican street taco? The Mexican street taco actually is looking pretty good right now. Are you serious? This Mexican pizza is a hit. Now you have tons of bacon, and underneath all the toppings is kind of like a cream. You have some cilantro on there. I really did like this. This pizza for me is easily getting an 8 out of 10. And I highly recommend you trying this pizza, especially if you enjoy spicy foods. Dude, that pizza really did surprise me. And this carnita pineapple cilantro jalapeno pizza has some pretty big shoes to fill. The carnita pizza isn't that bad. It really does remind me of the carne asada pizza that we saw a couple years back. I think it was during one of the tasting events. Now, underneath the pizza itself is a tangy barbecue sauce. They do give a nice portion of the carnitas on there. You have that cilantro. You do taste a little spice from the jalapenos. But the carnita pizza was not as good as the Mexican street pizza. This one sits on top at an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna have to give the carnitas a 7 out of 10. Now, would I get all three of these items again? Indubitably. Well, that's it for today's dining plan video. The foods that we tried today weren't that bad, man. So thank you to every single one of you for taking time out of your day today to come hang out with us, check out some foods here at Knott's Berry Farm. We really appreciate every single one of your support, man. The channel is what it is today because of every single one of you. I just upload videos to YouTube. You all are the backbone of the channel, man. You subscribe, you like, you comment, man. You make all this magic happen. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, go down below and subscribe because I would love to have you on future adventures. Well, you guys have a great night and we will catch you next video. Deuces!
Deuces.